Hello, lovelies. Here you are on my channel. If I am new to you, welcome. And if you are a return watcher, then welcome back. I'm so glad to have you here. I am here to help you and be your personal makeup consultant. So any questions that you might have, anything that you might want to know how to do or get any advice on, but you never had anyone to ask before, well, here I am. So make sure to talk to me down there in the comments and let me know what you might want to know so I can work for you. Today we are doing kind of a tutorial on adding depth and dimension to hooded eyes, monolids, even just normal regular eyes. If you want to add some depth and dimension, that's what we are doing today. So if you would like to learn about that or spend some time with me, then keep on watching and don't forget to like, comment, share at the end of the video and let me know if you learned anything. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and prime the eyelid. Oh, it looks kind of gunky. So now we got our primer down. We're going to go in with this Makeup Revolution palette with the matte cream shade that I always use. And we are going to set down the primer. We're going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. Of course, I just think this palette is such a great everyday palette. Like, you can get any look out of it. Pretty much, except for a super cool toned look, that not so much. Okay, so we're going in with, I'm going to mix this shade here and this shade here as a transition shade. You want kind of a lighter mid-toned brown, and what we're doing is trying to give definition to the eyes. So we want to bring out the high points and sink back the parts that should be sunken back. So I have what I say is fat eyelids. They're just nice and puffy all the time, and they're a little hooded, and I have a little bit of a monolid as well, thanks to my Chinese grandmother. So what we want to do is put light on the points to stick out, so our brow bone and our lid, and then we want to darken the spots that we want to sink back. So all this crease area and the outer corner too of the fat eyelids. Even if you don't have fat eyelids, this will work for you. So we're going to take those two shades, and I like to kind of start up a little bit higher and start blending those in, because we're going to want to darken up this whole space. But we need these transition colors to get us ready. And a big key to having good looking eyeshadow is building the colors. If you go in directly with dark colors and try to blend that out, it is never going to look as good as it does if you start with lighter colors and gradually you start with your lightest color and then you gradually go darker and darker and build up the layers of darker colors, keeping each darker shade lower and lower than the last. And you always want to go in really light-handedly and build the color. Then we're going to go back in with the blender and blend out the seam. So I don't want to blend what I've already put down really. I just want to blend the seam where it meets the other colors. And I'm back in with this blender that I put the transition shade down with, but it has no additional product on it. So we're going to jump down another level. And for this one, I'm going to take this Morphe M433, one of my favorite brushes, and I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go into this dark chocolatey brown down here, not dark, but darker, and I'm just gonna barely put any product on there, and then slowly and so lightly, I am going to build that into my crease as well, but lower, much lower. And I mean, I am like barely even touching my skin at this point, just so lightly. And we want to stay in that lower crease area, and where I'm kind of falsifying my crease, right above my crease. So I'm kind of making a false crease, and that's where we want to keep a lot of this. And I like to focus more on the outer corner, and then as you work off some of that product, then build and blend inwards. So what I love about this brush, as I've said before, is that it's kind of thin, so you can place the color pretty nicely into your lower crease, and then once you've worked off most of the product, you can flip it over on its side and kind of so lightly blend with that. And I do like to come up a little bit higher towards the outside. I do have quite a bit of lid space, so I take mine up, you know, maybe a bit higher. If you have less lid space than me, of course you're going to want to keep it more concentrated, but the important thing we're focusing on is building colors into that crease area to deepen it up and sink it backwards, while keeping the lid and the brow bone lighter to bring those out and accentuate those. So that's going to give your eye so much depth and definition. Okay, and then of course you can always, if you need help blending those out, you can always go back in with one of your lighter transition colors and just get a little bit of that on your brush and use that to blend out that seam. Now again, I don't like to really blend over much what I've already laid down, but I just like to blend those seams where those different shades meet. So now I'm going to take this smaller crease blending brush, and I'm going to go into an even darker shade. Well, actually, I'm going to mix this shade we were just putting in our crease. I'm going to mix that together with this really dark, like coffee brown. We're going to mix those two together, just lightly. And then we are going to very light-handedly again start to pack that on the outer portion of the eye. Whoa! See there? I wasn't even listening to myself about lightly. Oh my goodness. Now you can totally use tape or stamped translucent powder on your eyes here to help you kind of have a guide of where to stop if you feel like you need to. I feel like I've been doing this long enough that I don't bother. Mostly it's laziness, and then I just go with my finger and clean it up at the end. 'Cause yeah, I'm kind of lazy like that. Okay, so then when you have little to no product left, you can kind of blend that up and in into that darkened crease area. Now this is going to give our eyes so much depth. Back to that blending brush, along with a little bit of our transition shade, just for good measure. Okay, so now that we are super duper blended, we are going to go in and lighten up that lid to give us more of that dimension. And I think, gosh, this palette gets dirty. I think I'm going to go in with this one right there. So I'm going to load up a flat shading brush with it. And then I'm going to spray it off with some setting spray just to really get in there. And I'm going to put it all just on my lid, not bringing it up to my crease all the way, up to where this darkness at the outer edge starts, and then we're going to blend those two together. This color is so pretty. I always wet my brush with this palette, and I feel like I probably totally don't even need to, but I always do. Okay, so we're going to bring it right to that edge where this darkness starts over here. And then we're going to go back with this small brush in the dark shade and lightly just meet those two up again. And blend them together, just wiggle back and forth across that line a little bit. And then I like to kind of, when I have not much left, I like to kind of sweep over that line where they marry and just blend out here and there and everywhere. So now I'm thinking we're pretty well blended, so I'm going to go in and just kind of tap my brush on those two and just hit the very highest point of my brow bone, because these are shimmer and I don't want to be like super duper highlighted up there, just a little. It's going to help bring out the brow bone, which is going to help sink in the crease area. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're going to the lower lash line. We're going to go in with this shade right there. I should get my little cheat sheet. Okay. Now we just have to highlight the inner corner, and I'm again going to tap into both of those two and just really go to town in here. I really like a super highlighted inner corner. Alright you guys, this is the finished look. I went and threw on some lashes. I don't really do winged liner very often. I just don't like it so much on my eyes in particular, but if that's something that you like to do, then by all means do it up. I like the more blown out look personally for my eye shape. I think it's more flattering, but do what you like on your eyes and what makes you feel good. And also keep in mind that you could do this look with any colors. You could do it cool tone, colorful, really warm tone. any color scheme that you like, just use this layout and it will still look great and give your eyes some really great definition and depth. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoy doing these videos and connecting with the beauty community. It's so much fun. So if you liked this video or it helped you out in any way, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and pass my channel along to other people that you think it might help. That way I will know to keep doing more videos. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, tell your mom to subscribe, tell your brother to subscribe, tell your sister to subscribe, your niece, nephew, uncle, cousin, all that jazz. So, okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one, which will probably be better than this one, and I think this one was better than the last. So, keep on watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!